Hey everybody, welcome back. And this is the third welcome back of the series. This is going to be done in, I think, in like 3 sections. I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't done any videos because I haven't really known what direction to go. Um, because we have so many videos. We have the ones that you purchase from our school, which is the full course, and combined with our textbooks, which you can just go to the website or just call the school, Sheldon's Art Academy, and that's the actual course. Um, or we have over 600 videos, I think I saw, that are on YouTube. So, and then there's also new masters. I mean, there's so much out there, and all my crazy, ridiculous lectures are out there multiple times. Like, what do we do next? And so I finally came up with the 3 sections. We have the Getty, where we're actually going to go to the Getty from here because I have access to the Getty Research Library. Plus, I've been taking photos and drawing from the Getty forever. It's my very, very special, fun place. We have the Book of Honesty right here, which is going to be brutal, which is going to be taking me back into my past of the teachers that I had that taught me the old-fashioned way. And that the new one where we're going to do a series, this is going to be probably my most popular and unpopular. Um, so many things are happening right now. And I wrote down the name of this one. Oh, here it is. Um, there's stuff that's going on, and it just, I guess because of the old training, it's kind of in your soul. And the first one, I finally remembered. I've been trying to remember it from the last video. It's called imposter syndrome. And when I first heard it at my school and at the college level, I go, what is that? Well, I'm suffering from imposter syndrome. I don't believe that I deserve my fame or my success. I think I'm getting it right. If not, write to Corey and tell him Sheldon's an idiot and I'll accept it. I can hear Rayberg in my head right now, or Jack Ozark, or any of the old animators, Bill Carney. I mean, the old animators. And I think what they would probably say to you is, are you an idiot? These guys they were, are you stupid? They were funny. I mean, these were the original animators. They were just, okay, so let me get this in my head. You start drawing as a kid. For me, it was third grade. Couldn't do anything else. That's it. All I had was art and music. Everything else, they were like, you know, give him away. He's done. Don't even try. The teachers basically just said, don't even think that this kid's going to do anything. That was second grade. So second grade, they gave up on me. Third grade, they said, no, you know what? He's drawing and he does music. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe he could actually do something. Um, Today, I work with PhDs, which is kind of cute. But let's say you start at third grade and you're just trying to find the answers to this burning desire that you have in your soul. You don't have a choice. You just do not have a choice. You have to draw. If you don't, it's this missing. So much part of your life is missing. That's why I think so many kids get in trouble because they have to draw. You can't say to them, "Don't draw." It's like saying, "Don't breathe." And so you're working on that through grammar school. At the age of 13, you meet a director, and he takes you under, and Eddie told me I was the worst artist he had ever met. That was a compliment. He told me one day, if I needed somebody and there was nobody else to hire, I had nobody I could hire, you were the only one, I'd hire you. That means if we had Armageddon and the entire world was flat and burned and there was no living things on this planet, and I was the only living thing, Eddie would have hired me on this. That was the greatest compliment I ever got. I was just like, oh my God, I made it. That was a compliment. Um, so you get through, work your butt off, you finally get in the studio. The studios were not easy. Maybe like 3 or 4% of people, or just a handful of people got hired every year because you only had CalArts or Chenards, and we're in all these schools. You had to find a mentor, like what we're doing right now. You need at our school, we're a mentoring school. So you had to find somebody who believed in you. And like Eddie said to me, I was the worst artist he ever met. That was a compliment. From him, that was a compliment. He goes, I can't believe you did it. He goes, you're the worst I've ever met. And I said, oh, thanks. Um, so you finally get to the point where you get past the entry of the studio. I mean, it was tough. You had to really compete. They put you in a room full of groups of artists, and every week, so many people are let go. And then finally, just so few. I mean, I had to compete with animators 12, 13 years veterans, and I beat them. Eddie taught me, pro tips and taught me how to survive. You finally get there and you sit in front of an old pro and you say, I have imposter syndrome. I really don't deserve this. I would probably say, so leave. Give it to somebody who wants it. So there's a lot of stuff I don't understand. The other one is when somebody is doing a painting class, or they're teaching a painting class, and the first thing they say is what they're painting with. So I did this piece of work. I did this this I don't even know what this art, my art, it's like, what's the SEAL's favorite subject? Art. Um, you know, I did this, I don't even know how anyway, I gotta find out what that word was. And it's done on 4-ply canvas with um, with a Winsor Newton paintbrush, and the work is the tool was picked up with my um, third finger and my thumb. I was leaning on my left butt cheek. Um, I needed them because I needed to keep this finger open so that I can let you know that I'm lying to you. I'm like, what are you doing? What does that have to do with the painting? Who cares? So I came up with a method years ago, and it's kind of took off. It's kind of fun. So here's the old-fashioned school. Here's the tool. It is the ancient Milky Way and dark chocolate. And so we have that tool. It's getting a little soft because I've been talking. And then this is the Dove candy bar. And this has more pigmentation than this. We use this for the lay-in. And we're going to do, in this book, an entire series, as these were done, with the candy bar. And I'm real excited about it. It's going to be really fun. And here's a pencil. Cheating. So here we go. So we're going to use the Milky Way first. So this is a Renaissance drawing. And we'll take a Kleenex here, because it's starting to melt a little bit. Because I'm one of the new artists out there, I'm just so hot I can't even be in the same room with myself. I have imposter syndrome. I'm going to make fun of you because I can, because I'm not at the university anymore. Okay, here we go. So I'll make fun of you. Here we go, and boom. So we got that. And then this arm is going to go back, and this arm will come up. So this person is really flying. Okay, and we'll get into all the fundamentals. But we'll use the ancient tool of the Dark Chocolate Milky Way candy bar. So here we go. And we'll cross contour. It's going to go this way. Boom. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of drawings. And the cool part about it is, back in the Renaissance, you really had to search out the tool. Dark chocolate was only for the elite, and you really had to kind of work at it. Here's a, you had to go find it. We'd go on long journeys looking for the dark chocolate. And but now you just can go to the local 7-Eleven. All right, here we go. So boom, bam. One of my students, Zane, who is a genius. He's young, but he's a genius. He's gonna be a designer, and he went and bought me an entire bag of this. So that was really cool. So I have those. I was actually at the airport. I flew every week to teach, and my life was San Jose State. It was my church. It was where I dedicated most of my everything to. I'm retired from there now. I'm a life Spartan, and so I used to have to fly there because I live in the outskirts of LA. This was San Jose, California. So I was talking to this gentleman. I always ask people what they do for a living. And this guy worked for the company that made the Dark Chocolate Milky Ways. I said, "Oh my God, sir, I draw with your tools, with your product. I draw with your product." And he says, "Well, if you really want to get the best pigmentation, go with the Dove because we put more in there." And I stopped, and I was like, "You get those animation moments." And I said, "Thank you, thank you, sir." And it was really funny. He was all excited. So now we're putting the lay-in down with the dark chocolate Milky Way, which doesn't have as much pigmentation. But then we come over here and we take the Dove, which is this, and we come over here and here we go. So if they're teaching a painting class and they're more interested in the actual tool that you're drawing with and making you buy these expensive tools, and not so much the fundamentals of what drawing and painting is, I'm going to make fun of you, okay? So just know, and you can hate me for it. That's fine. I've been hated by others. Here we go. So we go like this, and we'll go. Here's the shadows. You can get in there and really hit those edges. See, we'll see how that looks. Here we go. So let's see. We'll put a cast shadow here. We'll turn it, put in the tone of the cast. We'll go right into the core. So I've been drawing with chocolate for quite some time now. So I could actually, I can predict the results. Also, as it melts, I can predict what's going to happen. So anything that you can draw and predict the results of, that would be an actual tool that you draw with, that you're drawing with. Okay. And this is a male, but I can go ahead and change, because I gave it some pretty big hips. I can change it to a female. We're not going to copy anything on any of the 3 courses. If you're copying, you're in trouble. If you're putting your subject here on a photo and you're called site size, and you're moving it across and you're just copying it, you're in trouble. That's it. You're in trouble because there's no reason for it, because you already have the photo. And with the future with AI, you're really going to be in trouble. So at our school, we're teaching the kids to be creative and concept, to come up with the ideas. It's tough, but I'm doing it, and it's been working. So I make them think, and it's been really fun. Okay, so we got that. Let me put in a background here. Okay, so this is going to be the 3rd section in these new courses. Okay, and there we go. I'm watching, I'm looking, I'm seeing what's out there. Some great stuff being done, and great teaching. And then there's stuff that makes make me go cold. And when I'm tough, I'm hearing the voice in my head from my old teachers. Okay, you ready to have some fun? 3 sections. The Getty, we're going to learn the fundamentals by walking through the Getty. The Getty's being redone. I have access to the Getty. I'm going to go there often, but a lot of the really wonderful, beautiful artwork is put away, and they're redoing the different salons, the different studios. But I have the photos going back years, And then I have the shows. They had Michelangelo, they had Tormo, they had got that. And then we have access to 1,700,000 books. And I'll take pictures and I'll share them with you and I'll draw for you. The next will be the Book of Honesty, which is just be when you open the book, you're going to hear the old teachers, the old artists they had to work with that were tough, but they made you who you are today, and but they're no longer here. So I'm going to pass on that information. But when I am tough, just know I'm hearing their voice in my head. And then we're going to get into my favorite, which is drawing with a sustainable technique that will teach you to master art and painting and never be a starving artist, because you can eat it. See you on the next round.